this off? Can I turn this off?
Are we starting?
We are starting.
Yes, now that Maya's come, we all do pranam to Maya and we start. She's still annoyed, you guys, she doesn't get it.
Yeah.
Various rare yoga.
When we talk of Raja Yoga, there are two types of Raja Yoga we want to discuss. Shri Manta Yoga, as you have been introduced to, and the yoga is Shri Shakti. The Shakti is Shri Shakti. There's also Dhi Manta Yoga, which gives great knowledge, where the Devi or Shakti is Bhu Shakti. These two Shaktis are the two Kriyas. Kriyas means the ones who cause action for Narayan. What is yoga? Yoga gives an experience. We say the word anubhava. Yogas give anubhava to your soul. In truth, the only thing which remains in yoga is anubhava. The only thing that will stay behind and be part of your soul is anubhava, experience. So whatever you are experiencing in this world is yoga. Therefore, there are two grahas which rule all yogas, Jupiter and Venus, as these two grahas give the experiences to your consciousness. So in a chart you must analyze Jupiter and Venus to see your experience of Raja Yoga. For this reason also, most Raja Yogas are experienced during the Naisargika Dasha of Jupiter and Venus.
So from
Venus from 12 to 32 and Jupiter from 32 to 50. Most Raja Yogas are experienced in this age. Most yogas are experienced in this age. Because your experience of life is stronger. After 50, then the consciousness starts reducing. You don't perceive life in the same way anymore. Agni will tell us soon.
I can tell you right now.
Okay. Only experience will be there after you leave this world. So experience and anubhava is what you carry on with you to the next lives. Only experience. Okay? Some people's aruda will last a bit longer in this world. Stay along, stay behind. But truly the only thing you bring with you to the next life is experience. That is what the soul carries. Only experience. So what are yogas? Various forms of experience that your soul is going to carry to the next world, next life.
and some of them we've also brought with us.
Experiences.
Results of those experiences. That's why we're here.
That is karma. But truly what remains after death? Assume you're not going to be reborn. Maybe you'll go to a higher loka. That's it. Whatever you experienced previously is what you carry with you. Anubhava. So in a chart you must analyze anubhava. Okay? To see your experiences. What does anu mean? Anu, like anuchara. Anubhava. Anu refers to the 12th house. Because it's the one which follows the lagna. Okay? So anubhava specifically is a reference to 12th house. From the 12th house we will see how spiritual a person is. This can act as a filter for good and bad experiences. So if you meditate more, bad experiences leave you and good experiences come in. You're able to perceive the world in a better way. You are less susceptible towards bad experiences. Why do they say that meditation reduces stress and diseases? Because it is basically making your anubhava stronger, more sweet, more nice. There's a direct link between your experience of the world and how well your body is able to handle stress. And we see that from 12th house. Now back to Jupiter and Venus, the two gurus. Venus rules the left hand and Jupiter the right. So all experience in this world will be felt with either Jupiter or Venus. How will they be experienced? Jupiter indicates the right-handed path and represents the path of yoga. And when I say yoga, I mean yoga as in Panchanga yoga. So if Jupiter is strong, your life will be taken in the direction of your yoga in your Panchanga chart, in your Panchanga chakra. Okay? Like Vishti is born in Vishkamba yoga. So Vishkamba yoga is lorded by Saturn. Saturn is placed in the 11th house. So my interaction with the world is going to happen through Saturn. 11th house is the house of Jyotish. So my main interaction with the world will come through Jyotish. Okay?
And what were the steps again?
Find the yoga in your chart under key details in Jagannath Torah. Under key details in Jagannath Torah, next to the name of the yoga, a planet will be listed. That planet is the lord of your yoga. See that planet in the chart? That is where your main yoga with the world is. Should I repeat it?
Yes. Jagannath Torah.
Well, Jagannath Torah, key details, Panchanga. See where it says yoga. There's a grahak. There will be one aspect called yoga. The lord of the yoga is the one giving you yoga with this world. That is why yoga is important for Raja Yoga. That is the right-handed path. This is the path of good interaction with the world. If your yoga lord is strong, Vimshottari Dasha will work very nicely for you. And we will see your yoga with the world through Vimshottari Dasha, because that is your right hand. It shows what good or bad you're increasing in the world. Yoga is calculated by adding sun and moon's degrees together. Tithi is found by deducting sun and moon's degrees from each other. So the left-handed path of Venus is rated to Tithi.
This yoga, I understand. Okay, in the first.
Yes.
Tithi is left-handed path. Venus is left-handed path. So yoga and Tithi are sort of trying to work to see who is going to be stronger in the chart. If your Tithi is stronger, then you are taking more for yourself. You may be taking from the world. If yoga is stronger, you're increasing some good in the world or increasing bad. So with yoga you give, with Tithi you take. Take from me, give to the world.
That's why it's called left and right.
Left and right, yes.
Can we always infer in these contexts that the right-sided path is like the good path, and the left is the not so good path? I mean,
Life is one big grey area.
I accept, but but taking from the world and not giving back cannot be inferred as being.
What if you're taking sin from the world? Like a big guru will initiate many students and take all their sins.
So it's not just.
So then?
So it's good.
Yes. So, life is one big grey area. Okay?
Very good.
To see this, see if your left-handed path is stronger, if your Tithi Lord is stronger, Ashtotari Dasha will work better for you. Hence, there are two main dashas to ascertain the person's life. Vimshottari and Ashtotari. There is also a dasha which distinctly is called Tithi Ashtotari Dasha, which is more appropriate to analyze this.
Tithi, Ashota. No.
Yes, Tithi Ashtotari.
I don't think he will change it.
Which one?
I said I told
Again,
her
change the
you will
dasha.
change the
I will change it a few
application.
times, don't worry.
No, if it was a few times it would be perfect. It
Tithi Ashtotari
would
Dasha.
be probably a few times per week. Okay. If we survive, we survived.
That is why Titi Praveshan, Titi Seda.
So
Wow.
we are
No,
using
she's
Tita
for everybody,
Ashtotari
that's-
Dasha if the Titi Lord is more
Yes.
strength.
I only found the question for the
This
previous
is
subject. What I wanted to ask.
What is not
Oh,
strong?
that's okay.
If Yoga Lord is strength, Vimshottari normal Vimshottari.
How do you assess the strengths of the two? Is it
Oh,
placement in bhavas or in yogas?
Which is more dominant in your life?
If they're part of some yoga that's very dominant in my life, then yes. If they're in lagna or in dipala or in very much strength, then that will be more dominant.
Good, that's right.
Thank you.
Good. With that, we enter yogas, and we're going to enter into various rare yogas. Let's see this sutra. Labheshad,
Labheshad,
Bhagye,
Bhagye,
Rahau,
Rahau,
Danstravana.
Damstravana.
This sutra reads, Rahu in the second from the Lord of the seventh sign from Upapada shows the native will have grotesque dentition. Now, this sutra is in continuation of the Upapada sutras. So we're returning back to Upapada, and we'll be doing some interesting stuff with Upapada. Herein which we've been asked to analyze the Labheshat. Labha is 43, it becomes 7. Bhagye becomes second house. So take the seventh Lord, Abhesha, Labha, 7, Sha, Lord. Take the seventh Lord from Upapada. See the second therefrom. If Rahu is there, you are supposed to have bad dentition, is the translation.
What is dentition?
Teeth
Okay.
are crooked or bad. Yes, this is for this. Okay. Now, why is it showing bad dentition? This Damstravana, do you know any Devata who has like frightfully looking teeth?
Yes.
Who?
Kali?
Kali. She has beautiful teeth. She has most beautiful teeth. So definitely not Kali.
Which was the... No, that was toothless.
Kali is the most beautiful.
Yes.
Tell me.
Black, white horse. No?
White horse? Yes, she also has that. Yes. Tell me. Take your Vishnu avatar. That's easier, closer to home.
Varaha.
Varaha he has huge tusks. Huge, like tusks. Oh, you see their link now, Rahu? Varaha avatar?
Oh, the boar.
He's telling us Jaimini's hidden something in here. He could have used a different word. Damstravana means frightfully teethed. Damstravana. Somebody who has very frightfully looking teeth. So he's hidden something in here. He's saying, yes, if Rahu is there, it caused some problem with the teeth. Yes. On the other hand, he's also saying the remedy is Varaha avatar. The remedy is worship Varaha avatar. For that Rahu in second from the seventh Lord from Upapada. I know it's going to get a bit
So late.
It means that
Too late.
changing every subsequent Upapada or partner, then these physical traits would change in that case.
No.
No.
because of which we only analyze the first
First.
Upapada.
Yeah.
For this,
Yes.
For this, we only analyze the first Upapada.
This is not for partner, this is for himself.
yes,
Yes.
it's
Because
for
Upapada
related.
is supposed to represent the institution of marriage. It's your Vyayapada, what you're giving to the world. And seventh Lord therefrom is you in the act of giving. And problems in giving or not is seen from second therefrom. Why second therefrom?
Mount.
Because
Not
that's
for
what
second therefrom. So obviously third therefrom for other things, first therefrom for other things. Not exactly.
No, that's not it. Second is what
From the
will
Lord, but
sustain,
it's
is
really
what will
weird.
sustain.
That it's
Sustain
not
and that
the
will-
second from the seventh, but
Ha,
from the Lord.
You're right. Second sustain. Good.
Come
No, it's
on.
sustain in the sense that's what brings the person to us. And what makes us attractive?
We have to take it step by step, okay? Step by step. Upapada is in which house? Normally it comes
12.
from?
From the
12th
12th
house.
house.
So from 12th house to Lagna is how many houses?
Two.
2. So when I analyze 7th Lord from Upapada, I must see 2nd therefrom to see how my Lagna is acting.
Huh? Excuse me, can you repeat that again?
If from 12th house to Lagna is 2, then 2nd house is like Lagna for the Upapada.
Yes.
So when I analyze this 7th Lord from Upapada,
Yes.
Okay.
my real Lagna is in 2nd from that Lord.
Why Lord of the Seventh? I still don't understand.
Why Lord of the 7th?
Why not,
Yes.
for example, if you take Upapada
Yes.
itself, why not looking at yourself as you as Lagna in the 2nd from the Upapada, not from the Lord of the Seventh and all these complications?
Because Upapada does not show me.
Not you, but the 2nd from Upapada.
How
using
can the 2nd from Upapada show me? It's the
Wow.
sustenance of the Upapada. Obviously, if my
Okay.
spouse is over there in Upapada, I am opposite. That we know.
Okay.
Yes?
And
So
why
obviously,
not,
if I'm opposite, I must be seen from that 7th from Upapada.
yes, and why not
And I have a
see
body,
our-
so I cannot see the house, I must see the Lord.
Yeah. From the Lord.
Come, ask me now.
So
Ask
there
all
I'm
the
must,
trying
questions
to
now.
Yes.
ask you.
Yeah.
So why not looking at us in the 8th from this 7th? For example, Papa is in 4th Baba. Why not observing us in the 11th house, which is 8th from the Upapada, which is 2nd from that 7th house from
How
Upapada.
11th house?
If Upapada is, for example, in 4th house,
If Upapada is in 4th house,
yes,
Yes.
why not look at us from the 11th house?
why should it be
which is
11th? That means 8th
2nd
there
from
from.
7th.
That's the next marriage.
Because 7th
Seven.
is like
7th is you.
Baba,
Okay.
not Lord. Why using Lord in this?
Because I have to see me in my body. It's a body I'm occupying.
Yeah. Pakalagna.
It's like it's like a paka.
Okay.
I have an intelligence. I have a body. These are all working through planets. The planets which lord these houses are the ones which I should be concerned with. It's always the Lord. Okay? Because the Lord is going to show how I will act. And we'll also get a conflict here, because you also know that the 7th house from Upapada shows that which is obstructing marriage. Does that mean everybody's obstructing their own marriage? No, it's
No,
not the
it's
case.
all
all the
natural
time.
1-7 relation, even in Russia.
Yes.
in
So,
anywhere.
if I take the 7th house from Upapada as my source of concern, then I will have a conflict between who is the person and who's obstructing marriage. If I take the Lord of the 7th house from Upapada, that problem goes away also. So, it solves two problems. Number one, the dilemma of seeing 7th from Upapada and who's obstructing marriage.
Okay.
And number two, the Lord anyway is supposed to show how I act. So if I'm going to show actions on my part, I have to see the Lord.
Okay, then why using 2nd from that Lord?
Because that will be like the Lagna.
But isn't that body already defined in the Graha, who is Lord
But
in
this
7th?
is 7th Lord from Upapada.
Yes, isn't that the
It would
body you
be-
mentioned?
It would be more appropriate if I saw the first house from 7th Lord from Aruda Lagna.
What?
Aruda Lagna is like the Lagna, yes?
Yeah.
So from Lagna to Lagna, there's only first house. Correct? So when I see 7th Lord from Aruda Lagna, I'll see first house from that 7th Lord. Because that is like my Lagna. From Upapada, it should be 2nd therefrom. Because 2nd therefrom is like the Lagna.
Because it's
So
in
you-
12th.
From
bringing
Aruda,
principles for
the
everyone.
11th house, the 7th Lord therefrom, I have to see
Use
3rd
11th.
therefrom. 3rd therefrom is
Why
like
is
the
there?
Lagna.
If
From
you're
11th
taking-
house to Lagna is 3.
And from 10th
and
it will
that
be 4
derives
and so
every.
on and so forth.
Yeah!
Okay.
What a sutra, eh?
Okay.
Okay,
then
write it down. Discuss among you. I will pause so that you get it, Take some time to. So you all discuss it together?
Calculation.
Yes, we have to discuss that.
Okay.
Okay.
See, what you're seeing is, when you analyze any of these arudas, specifically Upapada we'll start with Upapada, is you when it comes to that activity. Okay? Upapada is showing marriage. So how are you transforming, changing to get ready to marry? How do you know you are ready to marry? Based on 7th Lord from Upapada. That 7th Lord from Upapada shows how ready you are to get into a relationship. This therefore can actually determine if you have delayed marriage or not. Because if you're not ready, you will not enter marriage. You hear these people, they think they're about to get into some relationship and they realize, they're not ready for a relationship. Why is that happening? Because of the seventh law from Upapada. It can show that readiness.
So
This-
when would you say from a chart that person is not ready? Is that when the seventh lord from Upada is in a inimical?
Badly placed. We'll discuss badly placed soon.
No, use dashas and dasha will tell you if he is ready or not.
Also, that will also tell you. Now, the seventh lord from Upapada is you. It is showing how you are transforming, how you are getting ready for the world. It shows what transformation you must take place for the spouse to like you also. Whatever indicates the lagna, like from Upapada we see second from the seventh lord. That is that which is enabling you or disabling you from being liked by the person you're trying to marry. Okay? When we say Damstravana for Rahu, it need not be that you have bad dentition. It could also mean that when you speak to people, when you approach people, you can seem a bit rough. Understand? You will give the person some indication that will make them, repel them a little bit. They will not like that in you. Now, to start this transformation, we have a mantra, a general mantra for everybody. Jyotishas do this if they want to become well known and get lots of clients. We do this. Before looking at the mirror, we don't even look at the mirror in the morning. We don't. Before even looking at the mirror, we don't look at ourselves in the mirror, because lest that our eyes, which are not cleansed, should give us a wrong mantra when we look at our face. Okay? You know, so many people, they look at themselves in the mirror and they think, they hate what they see.
Not me.
Okay?
Beautiful.
A lot of self-critical people do that to themselves, and it is a mantra for making whatever you see even worse than it even is. Don't do that to yourselves. Don't do that to yourselves. So astrologers have the solution. Don't even look at the mirror. Go and take water. Say the mantra, Om Vashamukhi Rajamukhi Swaha. Splash on your face. Do it 3 times. Om Vashamukhi Rajamukhi Swaha. Om Vashamukhi. Oh wait, isn't Vaishamukhi? Oh yes, I forgot why I said in the morning. Om Vaishamukhi, that's V-A-I. Shamukhi. Rajamukhi Swaha. Vaishya, like in Vashikarana. Vaishya. Om Vaishamukhi Rajamukhi Swaha. And then special. Do it 3 times. Then look at the mirror.
And what you see is what you get.
Swaha. Om
Every day, what you see will
Vaishamukhi.
improve.
Om Vaishamukhi.
You can stay young with this mantra.
Swaha.
And even, see what is happening is the mantra is making your face
Swaha.
more attractive. That doesn't mean necessarily that everybody will be looking after you on the street. It means that when people will know you or see your name, they need not see your picture, but your name, they'll be attracted to it. This gives Raja Yoga, because people will remember your name. How do we get famous? People remember your face. People remember your name. These 2 things cause fame.
Everybody remember Einstein for his hairstyle.
Yeah, everybody remembers Einstein's hairstyle.
Was that?
So face beauty also attracting the fame?
Yes, it also does. People remember you because they see, I remember that face.
Yeah.
Or they remember, I remember that name. One of the 2. Vaishamukhi, Rajamukhi. Vaishamukhi, Rajamukhi. Both must be there.
Vaishamukhi, Rahamukhi, Swaha.
I love the Spanish way of pronouncing the mantra.
Cute.
I like.
Because of which, this Lord of 7th from Upapada is what we call the Raja Sharira, the king's body. That body which gives Raja Yoga. And its placement in the chart will show truly how much Raja Yoga you'll enjoy in this world. How much you personally will enjoy. Personally, how much will it be? And we can strengthen it through various ways. You can wear the colors of that planet, which is 7th Lord from Upapada. You wear that. It attracts people to you for various purposes.
The gemstone.
Gemstone also works, but I prefer color of the planet. It's easier.
Planets, no sun.
How many gemstones will you wear? Color of the planet. Certain globes?
If the same gemstone helps you with multiple things, then it's happy.
Yes, of course. If you have Upapada in Gemini and the 7th Lord is Jupiter, then
Sapphire.
it works very nicely, doesn't it, Dennis?
And you have Rahu in Manikaraksthan and it takes care of both.
Yeah.
Huh.
The color of the sign.
Graha.
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 Can you use color of the sign to activate it? Or just...
Oh, what?
Can you use color of the sign to where this graha is placed to...
Yeah. Then you're
All
yes,
those.
then you're giving more resources available, like for different functions, like in my case, Upapada is in Aquarius. 7th Lord from Aquarius is the Sun. Sun is in Parivartana with Mars, so I will take Mars. So I was wearing red when I met my spouse. Okay, I did. I was wearing red.
Trousers
It is
or
in
shirt?
no shirt. Why do you always think that people wear red trousers? Dennis has this weird idea about red trousers. Now, it is in
red, yes.
it is in the sign of Leo. Mars is in the sign of Leo.
See,
So if I wear khakis pants, it is also very good for this. Khakis color, as you know.
What's
Kind
that,
See?
like off brown?
It's
yeah,
like
it's
this.
like that color.
This color. Sometimes darker. Usually
What?
darker.
Was
That's
that for
the
Shani?
sun.
That is for the sun's color.
For
Off
the,
white.
Leo Rashi,
Shiny.
Simharashi, yes.
not for sun, right? Sun
Leo
is-
Rashi. This is for Leo Rashi.
sun
Okay.
is-
What part
Red.
with Libra? Libra is
Libra black.
For me
This is
it's
sun.
confusing.
So wear black
Black
pants.
You don't
So
like this
Rashi
color.
So wear
or
black
the
pants. Not black shirt. Yes?
Rashi or the Graha lording?
Use
You don't
Graha
have to wear
loading
it.
for
My
most
color is red,
activities.
that's enough.
So wearing color.
She asked me about sign. I said use Graha loading, but you can use sign. Graha loading is what we're taught in the tradition. I have used sign. It works nicely.
You mean like
Okay,
sign
so
7?
both
from-
Lord or Rashi.
Not where
Where
she
the Lord
placed
is
them.
placed.
Okay.
Where the Lord is placed.
Okay. By the way.
Never the sign. Never the 7th house from Upapada.
Okay.
Where 7th Lord from Upapada is placed.
For
That's
Rashi.
the first what I
Color,
understood.
Rashi
So
color.
I just wanted to check.
Rashi Kala, if you want to go and collect resources. Graha Kala, if you personally want to be more well known and attractive. Raja Sharira. So this is very important for Raja Yoga.
And this guy is actually wearing like this grotesque dentition in order to attract.
No. No, we'll get to that
This
soon.
is just explanation.
See, I'm taking it step by step. 7th Lord from Upapada is showing you in that activity.
Color.
Now, you can increase that Lord. Now, I'll give you some dilemma. The second from this 7th Lord shows how you will be seen when you do that activity.
Check that.
Upapada means when you're in the act of giving,
Meeting.
meeting a spouse, giving to the world, making the rishis happy, paying off your debts to the rishis.
I'm sorry, I don't follow. I don't follow. Like you say the 7th house from Upada, 7th Lord.
Yes.
The Lord of the 7th house from Upada.
Yes.
The second from there is if there's any graha or whatever lordship there is,
Whatever's there.
that is what you will be seen, what you will be perceived like when you do this action of giving to the world.
Correct.
Then I follow. Sorry.
Then, fine. And that is where this dilemma comes in with Rahu here.
So you will be seen always wrong way with
Yes.
the notes.
In fact, I think I have. Now we will deal with the face, but I want you to first analyze 7th Lord from Upapada. Because it can decide whether you'll be married or not.
So Lord, not Graha by any means.
The Lord will decide.
So where's Mercury? It's in 10.
Where is Upapada? Upapada is in Sagittarius. So we must see 7th Lord there from, correct?
Mercury.
Yes.
Mercury.
Mercury.
Mercury is in 10th house. That's a good placement, correct?
Yes.
So there's
Good.
always dignity and
It has nice
positivity.
placement. Yes, nice
And,
placement. Any problems with Mercury at all?
no.
Saturn.
No
No.
problems. That's good, right? Good. So, if there's no problem with the Lord, see 2nd there from. 2nd there from is having the sun.
Surya.
Is sun good for appearance?
Yes.
It's very good.
Yes.
Very nice hair. It's true, hair. Yes.
Mhm.
Oh, I must have strong sun then.
Which is the sign?
Aquarius.
Aquarius.
No, that's
Is
not
Aquarius
really.
good?
For sun, not really.
Is it good for the 2nd from Upapada? Or from 2nd from the...
No.
No.
Just think in this way. Does Aquarius look nice, pretty?
No.
No. Alright.
What is your Lagna?
Aquarius.
Aquarius. He's the most nice looking here over here.
Oh yes, but we are seeing the 7th Lord from Upapada.
Ah, yes.
We'll analyze his Upapada in a minute then. Okay. So you see 2nd there from Aquarius. Now, Saturn and Rahu is what we'll be looking at. Right?
Yes.
Where's Saturn?
It's in Karka.
4th house. Rahu?
In Libra.
Tula.
Sorry.
Oh, what's this? One graha there, malefic in 4th house. One graha there in 7th house. What is this yoga?
Malefic
Which
in
yoga?
Canberra.
You know the name?
Sarpa.
Sarpadosha.
Mhm.
Correct. So what do you think is happening here? Sarpadosha is there in the chart, and this is causing people to have a bad perception of her when she wants to be in a relationship.
Yes,
So the
she
face is very important. Right? I'm sorry?
Mhm. So people perceive her as a very passionate person, like,
Extreme person.
oh, extreme.
If you're being perceived like a Sarpadosha, you're being perceived as a snake. Okay?
Extremely regarding her outlook.
See,
Yes.
it is not.
The
It may not be
behavior,
physical
everything.
appearance. It is what you're doing.
But you know, like
It's not related to physical appearance. It's the impression which it leaves
Yes.
on people.
the impression.
Yeah.
It will also have a direct link to something on the face. Because the impression you leave on people is based on your face. So Saturn will leave Rahu will leave the impression of bad dentition. Okay? That usually means a person, when they speak, they will show some a grim appearance towards you when they open their mouth.
Big teeth. Like
it may not
horse
be big teeth, it could be just one crooked tooth.
Uh-huh.
Or it could be no crooked teeth, but the
Facial
teeth
expression.
are too prominent when they speak. Okay? Saturn normally means that which looks very dull, old, dry. So that when this person goes on a date, you can infer the person forgets to put some good cream on their face, or oils on their face, or they're tired when they meet the spouse, or they're looking a bit weak or something like that. That's what Saturn means. The shine of the face is lacking. Okay? So what will he tell the person? We must make Saturn and Rahu auspicious. Then the person can get married. Okay? We'll get into more difficult cases than this. I think Atmakarka's moon in this chart. Moon is over here. See that?
Mhm.
Where's Mercury placed there from?
Eight.
Soul doesn't want to.
So what?
Soul is rejecting.
Rejecting what?
If Soul is rejecting Mercury, see, 7th Lord from Upapada was Mercury,
Yes.
correct? If Soul is rejecting Mercury, the Soul is saying, I am not ready to marry.
But that Mercury, her Upapada is in Venus. 2nd there from is Mercury, well placed in 10th house. Even Lord of the Moon sign. It implies that there must be some connection.
Shubhapati, okay.
Everything
But
is
it's
very
Marna
nice from
Karaka
every other
Sthana.
perspective. She gets nice relationships. There are nice people involved. These people are very dedicated. She was right on the verge of getting married once. Okay, actually twice, if I recall. Twice or 3 times. Each time in the last minute, the relationship broke. Just before getting married, the relationship broke. Each time. So this means it's not a problem with 12th house from moon. We cannot say it's a problem with 7th house from Lagna. We cannot say it's a problem with 7th lord from Venus per se.
But it's a sustenance. That's lacking.
But the 7th lord from Upapada is Mercury and is placed here. So this Mercury is her in relationships. Are you ready for a relationship? Mercury will ask her, are you ready for a relationship? Atma Karka says no.
She refused to marry. Or the circumstances were like
Circumstances happened that just before the actual marriage, something broke. So these are the people who will be in relationships, but there's a problem in getting married.
So which remedy can we give?
Ah,
Atmakarak remedy.
we can give a remedy for the Lord itself. 7 Lord from Upada is Mercury.
Such as?
Hmm?
What type of remedy for the
Vishnu mantras is a good idea. Rama or Krishna mantras. Yes. Depending on degree of Mercury, Rama or Krishna mantras.
But we don't know how to decide the degrees.
In this case, well, first Drakana Rama, second Drakana Krishna, third Drakana Shuddhamrita Krishna. Always same method. First Drakana Rama, second Drakana Krishna, third Drakana Shuddhamrita Krishna. The third Drakana can be also any form of Vishnu.
Third rakana.
So some people use the scheme of Rama, Krishna, Vishnu. What is the principle? Sun, Moon, Jupiter. Sun, Moon, Jupiter. Rama, Krishna, Vishnu. Rama, Krishna, Gopala.
This goes for any Rashi, as I remember.
For Mercury. Yes.
For any Rashi.
Of
It
Mercury,
doesn't
yes.
odd or even. It
Yeah,
doesn't
yeah,
matter.
no change there.
Okay.
Rama, Krishna, Vishnu. Prashnamarga has a different view. We don't follow it. Rama, Krishna, Vishnu. Ram, Sun, Moon, Jupiter. Sun, Moon, Jupiter. And it's easy. Sun, Moon, Jupiter. Just remember that. Rama, Krishna, Vishnu. Or Rama, Krishna,
it-
Gopala.
Is that also the remedy for Sarpa dosha?
It's
It is. Isn't it the only benefic in Kendra?
Yes.
Mercury, who?
That's your answer. Or Rama, or Krishna. Mercury is in 8th Marula Lagna. We cannot give Krishna, we give Rama instead. Marula Lagna, 8th. We give Krishna, she'll get poor. So give Rama.
She'll renounce.
She's very fond of Krishna, by the way.
Maybe that's why.
Why would Krishna mantra give that innate from the Rudra Lagna?
If Mercury is in Dushtana from Marula Lagna, it can cause poverty if you worship Krishna. Because
And-
you're asking to go to the mountains. Let me be free and go to the mountain.
With any Krishna mantra that can happen.
Can happen, provided Mercury is in Dushtana from Marula Lagna. Only then, otherwise it won't.
You taught us those mantras, Prasiddha mantras for the avatars, planets, etc., etc.
Yes,
Could we use such a simple Mercury mantra?
definitely.
Unless it's innate from the Rudra Lagna, we cannot
Just
use
the
Krishna.
word Krishna with 8th from Marula Lagna, or 3rd from Marula Lagna, or 6th or 12th. That's all. You have another choice. Okay. Now, here are the facial parts, which are prominent or lack prominence, based on the 2nd from the 7th lord from Upapada. So she had Saturn and Rahu, lording the 2nd from her 7th lord from Upapada. So Saturn ruins skin, forehead and hair. The remedy, Hanuman mantra. Rahu ruins teeth, we already know. Do Chandi mantra.
Om Chandike Namaha, something like that.
Namas Chandikaye, or Om Aim Hrim Klim Chamundaye Viche. Right? Chandi is Chamundaye Viche.
Bhairava.
Bhairava mantra. Oh yes. Yes, smile from Agni. He remembers the Batuka Bhairava.
That's okay.
Yes. Now, let's take this list. Sun indicates the rays of the sun. Hair. that will be very pretty, beautiful. If in second from this 7th lord, from Upapada. Can I use the word Raja Sharira now instead of this long? Well, if I say Raja Sharira, you will understand this as being second from 7th lord from Upapada.
Raja
Raja Sharira.
Sharira.
So, if in second from the Raja Sharira, the sun is there, Shiva worship will make one more attractive. If moon is in the second from the Raja Sharira, there will be a very nice shine on the face. And Gauri worship makes that stronger. If Mars is in second from the Raja Sharira, the cheeks or cheekbones are nice and prominent. Like ladies who have nice, beautiful cheeks, Mars will be in second from the Raja Sharira. In such cases, Bhairava worship is advised. Do you know a mantra for Bhairava? Tejas Chandaya Nama. Tejas Chandaya Nama.
Tejas Chandaya.
Nama. By the way, these are also the means of increasing attraction. What should you work on to make yourself more attractive is also based on this. For example, if you have Mars in the second from the Raja Sharira, you should make your cheeks somehow more prominent.
Yes, ladies can do that easily.
Hmm?
Ladies can do that easily.
Ladies can do that easily.
But I don't know for you boys.
Men, we have to understand how to keep our beard. Yes.
Oh.
Shine on the face. Use oil or creams. Even men do this. Okay.
Yes, some men do.
Use at least a moisturizer. Okay.
Oh, wow.
Hair. Now that's an easy one, right?
Yes.
Yeah, people know how to do that these days. Sun. To Mercury, the nose. Now, ladies, they can use nose rings based on this. If you have Mercury in this house, use a nose ring. You can also add some color to the nose. Like they'll use, ladies in India, they'll take, sometimes they'll put a dot on the nose, just to make it more prominent. Okay? For men, I don't know. But men can, instead of actually doing something physically, they can take, see, they can have a nose ring or a nose something made out of silver, and they can offer it to Rama or Krishna, if need be. Like if Mercury is afflicted, you should consider this. It's important. Now, Rama or Krishna is the remedy. Okay? How do you know when? Rekana of Mercury. Jupiter. Make the forehead more prominent. In India, what will they use? Tilak. They'll apply tilak to the forehead to make it more prominent.
What else?
What else? What can we do in the West, right? That's what you're really asking me, right? Yes. Yes, I don't know. We have to figure out something. Okay? Mantra, Mahavishnu mantra.
So it's like any form of Vishnu.
Yes.
Yes, I mean.
Yes, you're wrong.
Okay.
You're right.
You're wrong. Which one is it?
You're right. My goodness. Venus indicates the eyes. How to make the eyes more prominent? Some people nowadays, they use different color contact lenses. They use that. Ladies, they can apply certain makeup around the eyes, mascara.
That's the easiest.
That is the easiest. See?
We all do that.
Yeah, see? Just that remedy is there. Men, you should consider ensuring that at least
mascara.
your eyebrows are trimmed properly, that your eyes look clear, clean. If you have a tendency towards red eyes, you should put some, some eye drops to make sure they're clear, because this will be the one which attracts you or is attractive in you. Lakshmi worship enables this. It is Saturn, Rahu and Ketu which cause problems. Yes. Rahu aspecting. So aspecting means temporarily there'll be a problem, and that problem will be with teeth.
I have a teeth problem.
So temporary teeth problem, and you have to overcome
Very
it.
big one.
But is it visible when people speak to you?
No.
No. So I'm only speaking of what is visible when you interact with the partner. So when you interact with the partner, don't mention teeth problem.
Of course.
Okay? You know, not until they're married with you, then you can mention all the scary details after that. How come? Like, do you have some implants or some metal?
No, I have a teeth or
Oh, it's a
growing.
growing. Okay,
Yes,
it's a
growing.
growing issue.
And
Okay,
something pushing me sometimes.
all right, understand. Okay, that is a difficult one. Now, so that Rahu can cause that also. Ketu is spoiling the nose and eyes. The remedy is Ganesha mantra. Like for Rahu, the remedy is Chandika mantra or Chamundi.
So here suppose the nose and eyes, then...
So what is Ketu spoiling? Mercury and Venus. Rahu is ruining the sun. So sun also implies you can have good teeth.
Good teeth, not bad.
You should work on your teeth to ensure you're more handsome, pretty, beautiful. Okay?
Shiva.
Shiva will help you do this. In India, ladies will normally take articles associated with these body parts and offer to the Devata to make them more attractive. Now, in the tradition, we have these small remedies. If you have a problem with teeth, take oil every night, put salt on, and rub on the teeth before sleeping. That protects the teeth and makes them very strong. And it gives them the shine which Rahu keeps on ruining.
Like regular natron salt?
Oil.
Salt.
Yeah.
Just
Normal salt.
Yeah, that's how our grandfathers and mothers, they used to brush it like
was-
that.
Mm.
Was it not with baking soda instead of
No.
with salt?
Oil.
Salt.
Oil and salt. Olive oil.
Olive oil and salt.
Ah, olive. Oliva. Olive.
Even that sounds nicer.
There's also another method. Let's say you want to change your body to look more attractive. You want to make major changes. You find too many malefics causing problems. Take a pot of water, put your hand over it, or even a glass. Recite Shreem 108 times. Drink the water. Do that regularly. Body will completely change.
Drink shame water.
Why we are
Yeah, you can even...
You're a child. Your mantras are in the hands. So if I want to put my mantra in something, I should put my hand on it and do the mantra.
You have to
So
look
if I put
like
it on
Brad
water,
Pitt
I'm putting the mantra in the
in order
water.
to be with
both
Jennifer.
them or just one hand?
Just one hand. Right hand.
Glass.
Yes.
Put it on the left.
Shreem.
Ah,
Yeah. Right hand on top, left hand underneath. Say the mantra. Drink. You are drinking mantra. The mantra will now go in your body and your body will transform. No. Shreem means that you will attract Shreem.
Shrim.
So-
This is for men and women.
Three mothers.
Yes, this is for men. This is
And
not
women.
Today is
Uh-huh.
today.
Or
You today.
You today.
Yeah.
Today is you today.
Did you,
Then
are you
next-
trying,
then
are you
next
trying to
year.
tell us something?
next year.
Yeah, please play with
But
open
we
card.
look terrible this morning, right?
Do we look that bad?
Yeah. I mean, just because you
supposed to
shave, that
teach
goes
this
to
to
you.
The next year, second year, how
We're only
people.
joking.
Everyone will come looking like models with his tree.
Model, top model, second
That is
year.
good for you, Rani. Yes. The way you look attracts and ensures you can do your Raj Yoga in this
Pull
way.
down, client.
You can
client.
imagine, Dennis will tell you how it's important that you look in a certain way when clients come. Right?
Pull down,
So
client.
important.
client.
Forget your product, you have to look proper.
Yeah, even if you
Imagine, I have to also have clients which come to my door. I also have to do this. I have to
Yeah.
think about my website. I have to think about my business card.
you can even have a rubbish product. If you look good, they'll still buy it.
See?
Yeah.
It enables you to do your Raja Yoga in this world. And this is also, when I say Raja Yoga, it also implies the Raja Yoga you'll experience through marriage.
But this give good health, alright?
gives very good health.
That is
And
more
as
important.
Dennis will say, very good physique.
Physique.
With reference to your
There'll be a certain shine over you which people cannot explain.
Wow, is it?
They'll be like, that person, you don't know why. There's something very attractive about them because of that Shleen Bija.
I know that.
Lüm 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 şirim şirim
With
şirim.
reference to your
Mix
table,
Yes, sorry.
with reference to the table up there,
This table.
like, say you have mangal
So,
in that position,
Yes.
cheeks and cheekbones. Does it mean it ruins it, or does it mean
No. This is very attractive in the person. Did you
Okay,
know?
okay, that was
If a child has strong Mars in their chart, their cheeks will be huge.
your mom.
Why?
So,
Because they love milk. Mars is the one who can digest the moon. They love milk. And the strong Mars makes your cheeks very attractive.
So
where is his Mars?
my question was that even though the Mars, Surya and Surya in some cases, but definitely Mangal is a malefic. In this reference, you don't need to like automatically see it as a malefic.
Because Mars has a shine about him.
Yeah.
He's a Sura, a Deva. Saturn, Rahu, Ketu, the Asuras. And they're not just Asuras, they're the dark Asuras. Who lack that shine, that light.
Yeah.
So that's why Mars is attractive. However, it can seem a bit sharp sometimes. It can seem a bit, it can be a bit difficult to handle sometimes for some people. Okay? If it's badly placed or it's afflicted or too negative.
Okay.
Remember, this is second from the Raja Sharira.
Do we just look at the planets in that bhava, or do we look at the Lord?
Planets there, Lord there.
Aspects?
Like we did in the previous chart, we saw the Raja Sharira was in Capricorn. The second therefrom was Aquarius. So I said Aquarius was lorded by Saturn and Rahu. We know the problems here.
Rashi Drishti then? As well?
Rashi Drishti will come up in life,
Will come.
but it will not be permanent.
For example, if there is no gra, then that's mean
The Lord.
no facial parts.
No, then the Lord will show. The Lord will show.
Uh,
For example, do you have that case?
Yes.
Upapada is in which house? In Gemini. Gemini.
Sagittarius. Lord.
Seventh Lord from Gemini is Jupiter. So Raja Sharira is in Taurus. In class.
Second of this is
Okay.
again the
Second from Taurus is.
Gemini.
So are they planets in Gemini?
No.
So nose is going to be the attractive portion of the body.
So
let us
fierce
see.
and
Let us see your
awesome.
nose.
wow.
Wow.
Nose ring.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh, very good.
Let's take a break.
Thank you.
Good.